The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Burgess Snowfield at Amherst Stadium, home to the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hilltoppers will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Jacksonville State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these 2 great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress at defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these 2 quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are 2 huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Riley. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Hilltoppers offense will have its first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking downfield at St. Clair. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's talk for just a second about Western Kentucky and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
He'll pull it on the read. Crosses the 45. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really...
Turning it on! And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They're going to ride this running back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his tight end. Ripping through the defense. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and...
He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. Guys, let's chat for just a minute about Western Kentucky. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? And the Hilltoppers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Price. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
On the move, it's Lee. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking for a man, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. We've come to the break, and Jacksonville State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll try the run. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Takes the handoff. It's Riley. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll give it to him again. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas A&M is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Kyle Field, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to BYU. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The defense putting points on the board. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Shakes off the defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player.
Got his man downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He's going to throw deep right side. And he hauls it in at the 25. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
The Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. RPO complete to open the drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Now on second down. To the air, it's St. Clair. Fires to the middle. He's open on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Use the play fake, now to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Here comes the heat. Turns it loose. Makes the catch down the right side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Gonna try to get it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks are, you know, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart and understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, WKU. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jackson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Trying to make magic with his feet. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Finds a spot in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the miss, the lead still at 11. Under a minute to play here in the 1st half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Jacksonville for an entertaining 1st half than you? And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's head back to the guys at JSU Stadium.
The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Looking for a crease, it's Lee. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking for a man, it's St. Clair. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the...
Open field on the right.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback doing that to your defense.
Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Hands it off. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gonna run it. It's Riley. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And remember, we saw this receiver in the first half have a number of inward-breaking routes, and now in the second half, we're seeing more stuff to the outside. That's a really good adjustment by this offensive coordinator.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guy.
Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than he's blocked, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Makes the grab. It's Clinton. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on second down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Clinton. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team, go ice this game. I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Riley. Touchdown, Jacksonville State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Spins away. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Hilltoppers headed quickly to the line.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the
Some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And here comes the punt team. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. This time it's complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Price. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Lee. Hard running there. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Defense playing a bail technique. Got the quick pass. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Hilltoppers are in the hurry-up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.